Well, praise the good Lord and good morning, saints of the Most High. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Actually, some of you might be kind of surprised that I have made this video and I'm making it, and I'm actually kind of surprised myself. Yeah, as of yesterday, I didn't think I would be able to do it, and I had planned to send something else, but I had the opportunity and I, want to. So for those of you that know, that's been praying for me and my family, I want to say thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I do know that the prayers are going up, and I so appreciate that. And I just want to say thank you. So we're going to go ahead and go with our video for today. And it's important for me that even though I'm going through what I'm going through, to continue on with this. Because this doesn't stop, So even though I might be going through what I'm going through and my family as a whole, but I'm still mindful of my own health. And so I actually is this, test and trial is actually giving me even more of a motivation to continue to do what I'm doing, because I know it's important for us to be able to take care of our health. So today I just want to kind of talk to us about what we talked about at the last meeting. I didn't get to do my recap. I did send you the information as far as doctor visits, but so I just wanted to kind of do a recap of that, about prevention. And so the reason why is very important for us to do what we can do to prevent these diseases. First of all, it helps us to get ahead. So no matter how old you are, I know most of the things that I put that was on that paper had different ages and it was older. But again, it does not hurt if you are young to go and see about your health, even though according to doctors or data or whatever you want to say, that you might not have to do certain things until you're like 30, 40, 45, 50. But the diseases and the stuff that we're going through now are actually happening earlier in ages than what it used to be. And so whether it's catching diabetes, cancer, or whatever, and especially if it's in your family history, that is very, very important for you to go ahead and try to make these annual doctor's appointments and get checked. The one thing I did think about when we're in the pandemic about underlying health conditions, and a lot of people will say that, but how do you know? How do you know that you didn't have any health conditions? Because sometimes you may not. There are health issues out there that doesn't even have symptoms, and sometimes you may not get certain symptoms like other people get. So without you going to the doctors, because when they go, you get your weight checked, they listen to your heart. They take your blood pressure, they take blood. It just depends on where you're going for as a physical. That's how you get to know. So it's not always about how you feel or look, but sometimes we talked about the blood, and the blood tells the story. So sometimes it takes all that. It takes all that for you to be able to know if you have any underlying health conditions. So anyway, doing this whole prevention thing is just about you getting ahead so that you can avoid all this stuff later. Okay, so going to your family doctor is a good idea for those that have insurance, good health insurance. Most likely you're paying into it anyway. So whether it's your eyes, getting your eyes checked, or just getting a regular physical, or whatever the case may be, look into your insurance. My husband was able to talk at the end of the meeting about benefits on your job. We have so many benefits on our jobs. We have different health incentive programs that we're not taking advantage of. For a long time, my husband and I did not take advantage of any of these programs. But then when we started on this health journey, we started taking advantage of it. Some of it is a bonus because some of it we get paid. We get paid to do some of these things. So so definitely look into your job, see what they offer. I know I've heard people that said that their jobs offered different health programs. One of the saints told me that their job offered discounts on gym memberships. So it's all kinds of stuff that your job may offer. So I would advise you to kind of look into that, find out from HR, however you want to do it online. Just about anything and everything's online now. And just find out what type of health benefits that you have on your job. So again, let's get ahead of it. and try to avoid, catastrophes later on in our life. I think we talked about is about affordability, and a lot of people feel like they can't afford to take care of their health or see about their health. Well, that is true. I used to be that way. I used to feel that way. I would not go to the doctors because I did not want that to be a burden on my family and their finances, only to realize that I was actually making the matter worse. The longer I stayed away from getting the treatment that I needed to do what I needed to do, the worse it got, which made me have to go through things that if I had just nipped it in the bud right then and there at the first go, I would have probably been okay. So you feel like you can't afford it, and maybe you can't. I don't know what your situation, your financial situation is, but I would say to you, you can't not afford not to go. You can't afford not to see about your health, because whatever we are not doing now or declining now, we may have to face later on in life. And then that could be even a bigger situation, which can cause a bigger bill. And so just think about that. There are all kinds of government programs. I don't know them per se, but I hear that they are. There are, ways that you can get help if you need help. And if I can help you with that, let me know. I will be more than happy to look into some programs or stuff like that. So between your company, you might have programs, the government may have programs. Look around your city. Look around your city. There are things, if you're looking for them, you'll find them. You'll find different health benefits that you can do. Someone had asked me, I think where we're at, I want to say that a good point that was brought up, Sister Bertha brought up a good point on at the meeting, and we were just talking about diabetes. For example, diabetes. We feel like diabetes just affect one or maybe two areas in our bodies. We feel like it's just our kidneys, or, that's why we got to go through dialysis and stuff. But to her point, which is so true, and this is what diabetes and cardiovascular disease and all the other health issues that we have, it doesn't just affect one organ. Our body is a unit and it works together. So what we feel like might be just diabetes will affect a person's sight. It can affect a person's limbs. We know about the kidneys. And also, for those that do not know, but they do also calling Alzheimer's a type 3 diabetes. And so even when I looked at it, it said it affects the central nervous system due to what, can't even read my own handwriting, but it affects the central nervous system. That's what it says. Okay, so it affects the central nervous system as far as the Alzheimer's are concerned. So they are calling this the type 3 diabetes. And so just so you know, a lot of times I have done that too, where I feel like, oh, it's just my back. I'm just having pains in my back. But then actually that's just a symptom, because the big problem might be my bladder, or it might be my spinal cord, or it might be something, but we just say, oh, it's just my back, and then we do whatever we can do to alleviate the pain on our own, as far as taking medication, maybe soaking in the tub or stretching or whatever. But it can be a very, very major problem. And so I'm just here just to say that it's nothing wrong with getting checked. Okay, we talked about this, about the doctors, and so I can't say that you can trust everybody and believe everybody, but I do believe that if you pray about it, you ask the Lord to lead you and guide you, that he'll direct you to someone. He'll direct you to the person that you need to be under to help monitor your health. When I mentioned about, sometimes we're quick to take medication, but we won't go to the doctor, but we're quick to take ibuprofen and so forth and so on. We talked about a medication. And although medication is important in certain circumstances and situations, so I'm not knocking that, but I do want us to understand also that medication actually can affect, it goes through our bloodstream, so it meaning that it goes through all of our bodies. So if you read your paper, whether it's getting something off the Tylenol or your prescribed medication, and you read the symptoms, you might be taking it for your eyes, but believe me, you know, that medication is going through all of your organs, and it could actually cause, so that's why they say if I'm taking something for my heart, okay, and it can cause blindness. Well, how can it cause blindness if I'm just taking it for my heart? Well, because it's in your bloodstream. It goes through your entire body. And if you do not have a strong immune system, and if you you know, are not doing the right things to your body and stuff like that, and for your body to be able to fight, then that's where the issue and the problem is. So although medication is important, you know, to take for, you know, if you have to take it, I'm not knocking it, I'm not saying not to take it, but a lot of times we're not being healed properly in our bodies because our bodies are not able to fight, and actually the medication could actually be a bad cause and effect, you know, against what our body should be doing. And then on top of the medication, then we're not eating properly and all that stuff. So that causes us to have a weak immune system. So a weak immune system is the lack of what we're eating, the lack of nutrition that we're giving our bodies. What's causing our immune system to be weak is what we're putting in our bodies, all the stuff, the substances that we're putting in our body, whether it's unhealthy foods or medication. What's causing our immune system to be weak is lack of exercise. And then also we talked about vitamin D and supplements of that sort. So it's a lot. We got a lot to do. We got a lot to do to build up our immune system, and we can do it, saints. We can do it. All right, I see my time is going, so let me say this. Someone did ask me about shingles at the meeting. So shingles, so come to find out, I didn't know what shingles were all about, so I had to look it up. So after having chickenpox, after having chickenpox, they say the virus lies inactive in the tissue near your spinal cord, nerve, and your brain. So after you have the chickenpox, the virus is still there, but it's inactive. And for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but when you get older, that's when the shingles pop up. So the shingles is a pop-up or a flare-up from you having the chickenpox virus. And so they said that the only way, I guess, pretty much that you can get rid of shingles, or because somebody asked about it being preventive, is to get vaccinated. Vaccination is a subject of another day, another topic, and it's a personal thing. So vaccination is all about you and what you believe and what you want. So I'm not going to go there. But they say if you get vaccinated, it's 50 years or older, even if you already had shingles before or if you had the chicken pox. So again, if you have any other questions about shingles, please call your doctor and ask them. I will say Sister Ross was able to explain to us at that meeting that she did have shingles a few years ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but she did not have a bad case of it, and she did not have it for a long period of time. And partly of that was because she is getting adjustments. She's getting adjusted. And so when I read about the shingles and it said that the tissue lies between near the spinal cord and the brain, a light bulb came on. I was like, oh, wow. So maybe there is something to this. Maybe there's something to getting adjusted, and maybe there is something to eating healthy, because according to her, and I remember her saying this before, that it did not last long and it was not bad for her like other people's cases, because I know she's working on her immune system and getting her adjustments and trying to be healthy and do all the right things. So that is about the shingles. The last thing I will say about this, the prevention is understand that is important. Like I said, let's get ahead of it. So by the time you're 80, we're far behind. We're far behind. So I don't care what age you're at right now. And if you're listening to me, and I'm 45. So if you're younger than me, I say take the measures. Do what you got to do for your health. If you're on my age, you're in my group, do what you got to do. If you're older than me, do what you got to do. So what I'm telling you, I don't care how young or old you think you are, do what you got to do. Take care of your health. Take some steps and some measures, okay? I remember Sister Chambers had told me, she was like, you know, we were having a conversation and she told me, she said, you know, it gets harder when you're older. It gets harder when you're older. I also heard a couple that said that if they can talk to young people, they will tell young people, take better care of your health. So as Sister Angie has said it, and I believe several others have said it too, that we are worth it. So whatever it costs, whatever sacrifices you have to make, you are worth it. I'm worth it. You're worth it. We're all worth taking better care of our health. All right. So the last thing is just that I do apologize. There will not be an announcement made on Sunday. Again, I have been dealing with a whole lot of stuff, and I am still planning, Lord willing. I'm determined and I'm planning to have our health awareness meeting next month, May, I believe, the 1st. But things may change up. So what I had planned for us may not actually happen, but I still plan to meet on May 1st. And so therefore there will not be an announcement. I was going to do a 6-week health challenge. I'm not saying that I'm not going to do it, but there won't be an announcement. And so we'll see what happens between now and May 1st. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so very much for your love and so your support and your patience, and for, you know, listening to me and tuning in. Thank you for those that respond and let me know you're tuning in. That definitely is encouragement to me. So I really appreciate all your responses and everything like that. So at any time, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And of course, if things to be shared with the group, I will share them with the group. Understand, I'm just the I don't know what you want to call me. I mean, people have called me several things and stuff like that, but I feel like we're all in this together, and I don't know no more than what you know. We're all in this together. So, you know, feed me some things, help me to know some things as I'm learning some things on my own, and I'll give it back to you as well. Okay, so I love you all. I pray that you have a blessed weekend, and I will see you on Sunday, Lord willing. God bless.